Unknown bogey, and I'm drinking a beer. Take a pull off that. Hey guys, thanks for joining me tonight. We're going to do something really super easy, but I just feel like I need to get a bit up. So let's do work. Hey, I'm probably wearing the same shirt I wore in the last video. Hell, I wear these all the time. It's winter time in Minnesota. What are you going to do? Let me flip my screen around. Get you down here and give you a little zoom action here real quick. Alright, here's first plate. Caprese salad, that's what we're going to make. A lot of you are going to know how to make it. So, I mean, basically you're wash and slice tomatoes. And then in between you put the a fresh mozzarella cheese. That's what we're going to do. And to top that off, let's get you over here on the cutting board. Really simple. We're going to do what they call, I guess you call it a chiffonade of fresh basil. So let's just slice that up. And for this I'm using I don't know, this is like a 7-inch Forstner boning knife. I think it's a 7-inch one. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the model number. This is what we use at work. They're pretty good knives for doing what I do. Alright, so let's slip that aside. Loot you in the frame here. And if we need more, we'll get more. But all we're going to do here is just kind of sprinkle some of that over the top of this. Beautiful, that's enough. I say that's enough. If you want more, add more. But I'm saying we call that good. So let me zoom you out. Alright, showed you the caprese salad. I have it in the fridge. We're going to chill that down. Well, what we're going to do now is make a little bit of this. Linguine. That's what we're going to do. While we're waiting for the water to boil, let's take a little quick drink. Let me tell you what I'm making. I have a recipe here. And it's called Cajun chicken pasta. It is supposedly like a knockoff or an original from a certain restaurant that is no longer open. But let me read you. And you guys can all weigh in and guess, and if you're right, I'll tell you you're right. This place opened in Dallas, Texas in 1966. That was the year I was born, so that was a long time ago. It's been purchased by a number of companies. Pillsbury was one that bought it in 76. S&A Restaurant Corp bought it in 82. It was one of the, in the late 80s, it was one of the top steakhouse chains with more than 280 restaurants. The competition eventually forced the chain out of business. It closed in July 2008 due to bankruptcy. I'm sure you can take any of that information, plug it into Google, you'll be able to figure it out. But while we're waiting for water to boil, I just figured I'd read that to you, and this is the recipe we're doing. The recipe is for one portion, but I'm going to do like 4 portions, or I'm going to do it a little bigger, so I'm probably off on my measurements a little bit, but you get the idea. Oh, I'm not reading anymore, so I can take them off. When the water's boiling, we'll throw the noodles in. Alright, water's up to a boil. I'm still having those. I have, because I'm making more than one portion, I have a 1 pound of this Barilla Oh, good recovery, man. Good recovery. That could have been all over the stove and I would have had to clean it. But it's not. Alright, so you get the idea. You guys all know how to boil noodles. If you don't, send me a private message and I'll explain it to you. Otherwise, the directions are on the back of the box. Alright, so let's get the noodles done and we'll be back. Oh, we're on. Okay, the pasta's done. I cooked it for about about 9 minutes. Took it out of the pot, put it in a colander, rinsed it under cold water. And just a note, if you're going to use that in any kind of like, let's say you want to throw those noodles in a soup, or what we're going to do is add those noodles to an Alfredo. Number one, could I make an Alfredo? Probably could, but I don't know, too lazy. Number two, back to the noodles. Let them sit and rinse them again. You can go through you can feel the starch on them. So anything that you're going to add those noodles to will really thicken up your sauce and you're going to get a lot of starch. So just FYI, rinse them a couple of times. Let them sit, rinse them again. I'm just going to use this Newman's Own Alfredo sauce. Just a store-bought. Never tried it before, but we're going to try it. And to blacken our chicken breast, I'm going to try this too. So I guess it's going to be like a video / product review. This Phillips. It's a blackened seasoning. And really, honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, leave comments. Basically, a blackened seasoning is just like a Cajun seasoning. But we're just going to try this and give it a try. It's all natural, it says. It smells really, really good. And it wasn't cheap. Only the best for you guys. So, I'm going to take this Newman's right here, and we're just going to pour it in a saucepan, and we'll just keep it on low and slowly get it heated while I get everything else set up. Hey, and if you can't open this jar, like, you know, can't open that jar, let me give you a little tip. Turn it upside down. Hear that? Lid comes off just like that. Just saying. Alright, so we're back. Still working on these, and we're working on dinner. Let me flip the screen around and get you down there. I'm going to try and get everything in the shot here so you can see what I'm doing. A lot of times I find that when I upload this on on YouTube, or when I put this on a bigger screen, it's like, wow, okay, I thought you guys were missing stuff, but you're not. So here's what we have. We have melted butter right here. We have the Phillips seasoning, right there, that we're going to try. The Newman's Own is already, I've got it warming on the back burner here. I have 4 chicken breasts, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I kind of, you know, put the old fat boy weight into it and crushed them down. That will help them cook a little bit more even. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be dragging it across the board. It's fine. It'll work fine. We're going to dip this in the butter. And then we're going to dip it in the Cajun seasoning. And I can see I'm probably going to have to get more seasoning. We're going to blacken up these chicken breasts. So, hey, and if you guys thought that eating chicken breast in a restaurant is super healthy, let me tell you something. It might be a little bit better nowadays, but they still use a lot of salt and a lot of butter in all their food, even if it's chicken breast. I ask any chef; they'll tell you. I know it's getting better, but it's still not Still not perfect. And I am going to need more of this seasoning, that's for sure, to do these other 2 chicken breasts, so that's fine. I can just take off the glove here real quick and resupply for these other 2 chicken breasts, which will be cool. Cripes, I don't have my cheaters on. Somebody help me. I don't need any help. I'll just get another beer. I'll figure it out eventually. Alright, so I'm putting more seasoning in the bowl. I think that should probably be enough. That'll get us by. And this is not a recipe I've made before. This is actually, I'm trying it straight up firsthand here. So, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. One last one to go. In the butter. And in the blackened seasoning. Alright, there we go. We have our chicken breast dipped in butter, blackened seasoning. Yeah, there we go. Right there. So, don't use those other bowls for anything else. Don't pour them down the drain, throw them in the garbage, wash them. Don't put anything else in there. Don't save that stuff for anything. Alright, here's what we got. A beer. Black iron skillet heated up. I've got this on medium high. This is going to get smoky. But the recipe calls for no grease, and they want water to spatter in there because we're going to blacken these chicken breasts. So let me grab these, and there's butter on them, so I'm sure that'll help. So let me lay these in here like so. Oh, that smells good already. Let me get them a-cooking. I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit. I wasn't real sure. I maybe should have started it out on high, but you know what? I'll turn it up now. It'll be fine. In the meantime, we have our Alfredo sauce on this back burner here. We have a little garnish all cut up. I'll explain that to you later. Let's just get these blackened up. Sounds good to me. Alright, here's what we got. I told you it was going to be smoky. It is a little smoky. You know, let's kind of take a look at these. You can see, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can see that it's starting to kind of get done about halfway up on some of these. So I think it's time to flip. Oh yeah, look at that. Blackened. I'm just going to flip these bad boys just like they are. Now, it didn't say anything about putting a lid on it, but just to ensure that I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit to about medium high, and I'm going to let the other side blacken, and then I'm going to turn it down more and just put the lid on it, just because I want to ensure that the chicken breast is done. I'm not doing this in a restaurant, I'm doing this in my house. So follow along, I'm sure it'll be fine. Look at the blackened crust on this chicken. Man, that's looking good. We could throw a thermometer make sure we're getting up to temp here. Got one of these instant read thermometers. It says 77 right now. Just throw it into one of these chicken breasts at the thickest part. We're coming up to 158 on that one, so we're close. We're getting close. 170 on that one. That one's good. We're getting real close. That's 157 on that one. See what this guy says. That one says 148, 149, 150. And still climbing. We're going to let them go a little bit longer. And I'm probably going to turn the heat down because the crust is already built up on there. I'm going to turn the heat down to about a medium, and I'm just going to put the lid on it so that the middle gets a little more done. Alright, we're back. And yeah, I pulled it off the heat, threw a cover on it. And what I'm going to do now, because we're going to make some, I don't know, they were called garlic knots. I don't know, we're just going to make some kind of garlic bread in the oven. So here's what I'm going to do. You can see that these are blackened beautifully. Alright, so I'm just going to set them in a foil pan just like this. And, I don't know, you guys seeing that? Yeah, you're probably seeing that. I'm going to crunch up the tin foil on this and just let them sit and rest. They'll rise a little more in temperature. Just going to do that right there. And I'm going to throw the, I already have the oven preheated according to package directions. And we'll be back. Alright. We're back. We're back. We're back. Alright, so we got that Cajun chicken pasta going, and I am waiting. Well, actually, can't do it right now until I post the video. But I just would love to see comments, your guesses on where this recipe came from, or the the knockoff recipe came from. It's probably pretty close. My wife says it's one of my best. That's because I followed a recipe. And she really liked it. So, that's awesome. So, I double rinsed my noodles, and then I put them in another little small colander, rinsed them under hot water, and I have them on this plate right here. Actually, you can see the steam rising off that if you look close enough. I don't know if the camera's catching that, but... Alright, so let's get you down here. Sorry about the ride. You can, I got a mess in the kitchen. That's part of it. There's some more behind me too. So, let's just roll with what we got here tonight. Okay, so I took the chicken breast and I sliced it up. Think we're done with that? Nope. We're going to throw that warm noodles in that bowl. Then, actually, let me move this out of the way. Let's get some Alfredo sauce over the top of that. That looks pretty good. Let's toss it up a little bit. I don't know. You're not going to get me to get this 3 feet high, 10 feet high. I'll just stir it with a fork. I know my limits. So we got some Alfredo sauce there, right? Which has been warming on the stove. Alright, so we toss it with a little bit of Alfredo. And if I'm in your way, I'm sorry. Try and stand out of your way. There we go. There's your Alfredo noodles. We need that fork. Let's put our chicken breast, blackened chicken breast, on top of that. Alright. Now, when I made the caprese salad, I took the best parts of the tomato to make that. There's my caprese salad right there. The little collars and all the stuff we're going to use to garnish this up. Let's throw them on top. And I took some green onion tops. Let's throw that down. Some on the floor too, but that's alright. I can clean that up. And then we've got these little, I don't know, biscuit knots, which I've never tried before, but my wife says they're really good. Alright, so we have caprese salad and that. Oh, you're not seeing the caprese salad. Huh, pardon me. Let's do a little fresh cracked pepper on that. That's probably enough for me. Now, you can top this with, and I just like olive oil, alright? I'm not, ooh, that's a little much. You know what, that's enough. Some people like the balsamic vinegar on that. Right there. I can put some of that on there, but I'm fine with just olive oil. Good for you. Good for you. Alright. It's all set up. I guess let's give you the taste test. Alright. Time for the taste test. And you all know what garlic bread tastes like. You know what caprese salad tastes like. I'm more interested in a little bit of this chicken and Alfredo. That really intrigues me. This is not something that I would normally order in a restaurant. I'd probably order a steak or something. Let's give it a shot. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what. I'm giving 2 thumbs up to this Phillips seasoning. I don't know if you can get it where you're at, but if you can and you want to blacken something, fish or shrimp or chicken, do it. That is really, really good. This Newman's Alfredo sauce, you know, I don't know. I think it's really good, you know, just straight out of the jar. If there's a better jarred sauce, leave comments below and let me know. I'll try them. I'm telling you what, that's really, really good. And I hope you guys try it. And this gets my vote of approval. Hot pickle. My wife likes it. I like it. Hot pickle. Hey. Pardon me while I chew. If you like this video, give thumbs up. Leave comments below. Even if they're bad comments, leave them. I don't care. Subscribe. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you a dime. Till next time, we'll see you guys later.